What's up, guys? Right now I'm coming at you from my car, different location. Decided to switch things out a bit today. Right now I'm actually sitting outside my work. So if I zoom in over here, these are the Fox 45 ABC 22 news vans. Then I'm gonna pull out a little bit more. We have a whole row of cars. These are just the news cars. These are the ones that I would take out if I'm going anywhere. The news vans are like something like the photog would take out, like Kyle. You know, I work with Kyle. He does the van, I do the car. And right now we are driving to a not so secret location. You know exactly what it is if you see the title of this video, but I'm going to turn this off until I get there so that I am as safe as possible. And then we're gonna talk about what's about to go down and all of that shenanigans once we get into the parking lot. Let's do it. Okay, so the hair is up and I just finished my workout. I actually didn't even take off my makeup because I forgot my freaking micellar water, which normally that's what I take off my makeup with for the gym, but whatevs. It doesn't really matter to me as long as I'm not like sweating. That's when it would be gross. And no, I don't sweat every time I work out. Like, for example, I'll tell you what I did. I just ran a mile and that did some core work like on my abs, and that doesn't make me sweat. So, but I want to talk about the main thing of this video, and it's motivation. And I want to tell you something, like, you are not going to have the motivation to work out like most of the time. It's just a thing. For example, any day of the week that I'm working out, zero motivation is there. Maybe like a sprinkle of motivation. Maybe I'm like, oh, but most of the time I'm like, no. And by the way, when I say most of the time, I mean like a lot of times I end up caving and being like, no, I'm not working out. Sometimes it's for the better though. Like I really am exhausted and whatnot, but think about it. Like I wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning for work, get in by 3, and like by the end of my day I am just not wanting to work out. Like I'm so tired. Last night I got maybe 5 hours of sleep and I'm exhausted. Okay, key thing is like listen to your body if you really are exhausted, but I know I'm not at the level of exhaustion where one time I went to the gym and I was so tired. I'm not kidding, guys. I literally did like 5 crunches and then left, and that's like, you're there, you're in your workout clothes. Why wouldn't you just do it? It's like I literally couldn't, but I mean, I could if I really wanted to. But here's the thing. Motivation is not going to be there so much of the time. What you need to do, first of all, is make sure your workouts are enjoyable. I hear people say that all the time, and I never understood what they were talking about because I was like, it's not really fun. What? You make it fun. And like, you can make it fun. For example, these past few weeks, I've been having those boring workouts ever where I've just been running on the treadmill and like, first of all, I shouldn't have run on the treadmill right now, and I'm not going to for a while. My ankles are like pounding. Like, my body is just not good for running. I'm just so injury prone in that sense. But, so I thought for a while, I'm like, if I can't run, then I can't work out. Like, because running really, like, that heart rate, it gets it up so much, and like, you really do feel it. Then I had the best workout ever the other day where I used like machines and I ran to the mats, then used machine, and like it was just so much fun. And that's what was in the back of my head when I was going to this workout now. When I was saying, Clancy, I don't really want to work out, I had that in the back of my head. Like, but do you remember how fun that was? So you can make it fun. For you, maybe treadmill is fun. For you, maybe elliptical is fun. Maybe the Stairmaster, maybe the machines, and that's what I really did start to get into. And so you need to think of that. You also need to think about how you feel when you're done with a workout. Like, as I was on the treadmill running and I had 4 minutes left, I play this little game where I look at it, I like refuse to look at it, and then I'm like, okay, look at it when you think there are 2 minutes left. And then to look at it and to see that I had 4 minutes left, I thought I was gonna die. I was like, you can't be doing this for 4 more minutes. But when I finished that, when I got to put I'm running on the treadmill and then I put it down to like 3.0, whatever speed that is, like a fast walk, because I'm done with my run. Best feeling ever. You need to think about how the workout makes you feel after. And I always think when I'm running, like when I'm just looking for a couple extra minutes, I think, okay, Clancy, I know right now, like as you're running, 4 minutes seems like the end of the world. But if you're at a really fun party with like the best person ever, and someone told you only have 4 more minutes left of that party, wouldn't those 4 minutes go by like that? Wouldn't you be saying to yourself, 4 minutes, only 4 minutes? Well, guess what? Pretend it's like that. Like 4 minutes is not that long. Yeah, on the treadmill it might feel like it's long, but it's really not. It's not long at all. So you can do that 4 minutes. And it's just the biggest thing though, you have to accept that you're not gonna wanna work out all the time. You see these fitness bloggers and they're always blogging about like going to the gym, like I'm just going to the gym, and they have it ingrained in their schedules, which I don't wanna make excuses because yes, technically I could put it as part of my schedule. Yeah, I have 24 hours in a day. I could be giving up a little bit of this time here or there, but it's not as easy for people who have full-time jobs and then like have jobs on top of their job. Like, you know what I mean? For fitness people whose work is the gym, like is working out, a lot easier to make it part of your schedule. A lot easier. For instance, on weekends, I have no problem at all because my weekends, it's really easy. I just go as soon as I wake up. Keep in mind, like, when you hear them, don't get discouraged. Like, they're always like, just do it. It's not that easy. I get it. I have a full-time job and you're tired at the end of your job and you just want to go home and eat. So you do the opposite. You work out and it's fun. And not every workout's gonna be amazing, but it's just like the process of going and doing it. Because here's the thing, like, I go to the gym. Yeah, a little bit of it's for, like, you know, physical, like, obviously you want to be in shape, but for me personally, most of it has to do with mental, because like, that's what's most important. Like, to me, it just makes you feel so happy and so good, and you don't believe people when they say that, because you're like, it makes you feel happy and good, like, this is boring, but, like, trust me, it makes you feel so happy and so good. So yeah, so that's my little spiel on my spiel, how do you say that word? Right now, my friend Carly, she is a teacher. She is texting me about disciplining one of her children. It's so weird that she's a teacher, but yeah, Carly, you guys know Carly, like my BFF, texting me about disciplining one of her children. And I tell you, I really do give it to her and every teacher. Like, I couldn't do that. I would get so angry at a child and, like, just freak, like, I feel like I would just scream. Like, I have no patience for children who think they're funny. Like, even when I was a kid in school, I hated the class clowns. Like, I hated that. Like, why are you trying to make the teacher's life so difficult? I always felt for the teachers. Anyway, so I would be a terrible teacher. I mean, I say that, but that's not necessarily true. I just don't like when kids are disrespectful. And on today's episode of Excursions with Clancy, I just went into Goodwill, which is kind of embarrassing because I was filming at Goodwill today for my job.
Megan Elise, get me out of this store. I seriously might buy the whole thing. I have my purse picked out, you see, nice and pink. And then also I had these shoes picked out. But then I realized this shopping event is from 9 to 5. You're going to want shoes like this instead. And right now I'm here with Cindy from Goodwill Easter Seals.
And where all the money? What is she wearing? And a good-looking hat. She got me.
Guys, it's official. I am one with the Safari. I am the Safari. And you know who else is? Donald Bush over here from Goodwill Easter Seals. Donald, you're looking great.
Oh, thank you. I'm as one as I can be today with the Safari.
And I was there for obviously like 2 hours. So I was just looking at all of the clothes. And guys, this is my first time in Goodwill. And oh my gosh. I'm coming here again. I'm coming here and again and again. I can't believe it! Guys, I just bought a blazer, this beautiful blue blazer, and, like, I hate the kind of blazers, hate the kind of blazers that have, like, the, what's it called, the poofy shoulders. I hate shoulder blades, shoulder pads. I hate those. I think they look dumb. I think I look like a football player. This doesn't have them, and that's so rare to find. Okay, got this for $4. Technically, it was $3, like 21 cents, but you round up to support them. You know what I mean? Of course you're gonna do that. $4 for a blazer. When I was here earlier, I actually did buy something. I bought just this pink sweater because it didn't require me actually having to try it on, you know what I mean? I was like, oh, that's nice, figured I'd support the cause or whatnot, like when I was here for my live thing, but I wasn't gonna, obviously, during my job, try things on. So I just went back here after work just to try things on, which there was this dress. I envisioned it. Myself and one of the women I was interviewing both thought it was the cutest dress ever.
And then obviously, oh wait, actually show them that. Cindy and I are obsessed with this.
This dress is just to die for.
I think we're gonna have to fight each other for this one.
And so I went back to try it on, and it actually looked disgusting on me. It was just very, like, big. I don't know, like, the size wasn't big, like, I don't know, it just didn't look good. It just didn't, like, fit me. You know what I mean? It just wasn't meant for Clancy. It was meant for someone else. We'll accept it. But yeah, Goodwill's, like, my new favorite place ever, guys. Like, oh my gosh! Whenever I envisioned Goodwill, I thought it was, like, I just literally, this is how I picture it, a bunch of white stained t-shirts on, like, 500 clothing racks. And I don't mean to be disrespectful, like, it's just, like, that's just honestly what I thought it was. I don't know. At the same time, like, I knew, like, I see people coming out with these wonderful clothes from Goodwill. I never knew. Basically, now I know. I'm a believer. So I just raced home to put the broccoli in the microwave so I could put the broccoli in the oven so I could put my banana smoothie together and eat/drink because I haven't had lunch yet. I'm having a smaller lunch than normal today just because I had a big breakfast. So yeah, and so what I'm gonna do is we have the broccoli. We have the smoothie. And then what I'm going to be doing, what I've been waiting to do all day long, is, I hope you guys know who this is, Stormy Daniels, the 60 Minutes interview. I purposely recorded it, was so excited for it to be one big juicy surprise when I got home today, but then I got into work and my assignment was, see, I have an early assignment and then a later assignment. Yes, the Goodwill thing was my later assignment, but I also did cover this Stormy Daniels thing for our morning show, our early morning show from 5 to 7. The Goodwill thing was from 7 to 9. So my producer was like, okay, you're doing Stormy Daniels, and I was like, oh my gosh, I purposely didn't watch it so I could watch it all when I got home, but I was secretly really excited to cover it because it's interesting and juicy. So I was actually really excited, but I was like, wow, so it's gonna be all the bombshells, so to speak, are, I know them all because obviously I got in and then I must have watched half of it in clips, and then I was just reading kind of on the wires what they were saying about it. But yeah, so what are your guys' thoughts on the whole Stormy Daniels and the other the playmate who says she had an affair with Donald Trump? What are your guys' thoughts on those people and whether or not they should be speaking out or if their claims are valid? What are your overall thoughts? I'd love to hear them. But yeah, so I'm gonna go do that, Instagram a couple of pictures from today's shoots because